Welcome everyone to the Shelly Sharpe Memorial. This is in Scottsdale, Arizona at the Vista del Camino course. You're going to find Ohn Scoggins, myself, Jennifer Allen, Andrea Eaton, and Ashley Phelps. This is round 3, the back 9. Here we go.
All right, starting off on hole number 10, it is a par 5 and it's 651 feet.
OB lines the fairway left and right up there on the sidewalk, as well as the rocks off to the left. You do need to pass that very first tree to the right side. It is a Mando. And then deal with kind of the slope of the green here. We've been dealing with a little bit of off and on rain. And let the turf pad get to me a little bit. Stepped over to the side, clipped the tree, the Mando tree, and it's going to kick me OB on the right. Ohn just throwing it straight in front. And that doesn't really matter on the distance. That's just a good landing spot. So you don't have to worry about getting the distance off the tee as much as just where you're landing is very important. So Ashley going right over there by Ohn.
Yeah, the slope on the right side sets it up nicely for a big forehand.
And then we have Andrea, lefty, getting it out there to the open as well.
That'll do, donkey.
That's a Shrek reference, I think.
Yeah, I think so. So I can go on the right side here and risk throwing hyzer the whole way. I opt to try to not step. These rocks are buried in, so you can't really move them. So I opt for the safer route. I'm going turnover. And you're not going to be able to probably see this gray disc, but I actually got some great angle and get it all the way up there near circle's edge.
Okay, that was smarter.
Andrea has found herself over here on the left side the entire weekend, so I think she just feels comfortable over there. So she's like, I can get that up shot every time. Ashley trying to get up there.
That'll do.
Should be a good approach from there to the pin.
Owen's going to try to get there. She got the eagle on day 1. I believe she gets a little bit, yeah, there's the roll. So angle on a lot of the holes at Vista is very important because of the slopes on both sides of the fairway. This goes a little high, and I think it's going to drop down over where she's going to have to put down at the basket. Getting kind of dark and gloomy out here. Not the best weather day for Arizona.
Thank you.
That's a nice approach by Ashley.
This is about 40, 45.
Come on, Ohn.
Oh,
I told her,
top band by Ohn.
I know. Great run. Get it.
Some good putts happening,
Yeah.
but they're just not quite
Good
going in.
night.
Great fit. Great shot there, Chin.
So this is actually a safe birdie with the OB stroke.
Yeah, that was a really technical shot that you executed up there from the rocks, and
Get it.
Definitely was probably one of the harder shots I threw over the week. Angle is very important when you're that high. Nice putt for birdie for Ashley.
Ohn, is this one yours again?
Picking up Owen's towels. We're dropping stuff all over the course here. Andrew's gonna tap in the par. Well, yeah.
par's not the worst after going OB.
Absolutely not. Definitely had to have a stroke extra to kind of play with on this hole. Owen's gonna get that tap in birdie.
Dig it.
Moving on.
Hole number 11 is a par 4.
Well done, Owen. Well done.
Oh,
And
it
it's
popped
going to be
there.
right there in the middle.
My
Oh,
3
that's
days.
perfect.
So landing in the middle for the lefties in the forehand really is a good spot. You can push the left side a little bit more as a right-handed player to get kind of a
Yeah, I'll
safer
take it, I'll
hyzer
take
route
it.
for the approach. The slope definitely around the green pulls those discs down towards the sidewalk. So I'm going low, keeping it safe,
Sit.
and getting over there on that left side.
Here, right, Craig. Sit down.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yep. Absolutely.
A lot of the holes at Vista have that OB that run the entire fairway on both sides. So accuracy out on this course is very important. Those OB strokes will add up very quickly if you get offline or get some bad skips.
Ashley opting for forehand approach, but hits the Mando tree or a tree and doesn't miss it though.
Owen's going to get a good safe play right up to the basket.
So sticky.
Let's go.
Yeah, there's that last Mando tree that Ashley got caught up in. I'm going to just try to throw up a big hyzer with the Toro.
That's a great approach shot. No worry about the putt now.
Nope.
Yep, I shot.
Thank you.
Oh, just a hair
You
low.
better sit down.
We've all seen those rollaways, so it's like as soon as you let it go and you know it's hitting metal, it's like the first fear that pops in your head. Ashley's going to tap out that par. I'm busting out that cute little umbrella again.
Good on.
It is so cute.
Great hole.
I think she said her uncle gave it to her.
Yeah, it's starting to rain again now, so the towels are coming out, and yeah, and the rain jackets, I guess.
Yep. All
Right
the
on. Good
extras.
job, Ken. Good hole.
Oh my God, bathroom time. Yes.
Hey, who's that?
Oh, that's me right there. I didn't think I would need my rain jacket.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, we did. Here we are, hole number 12.
Hole number 12 is a par 3, and it is 282 feet. And Owen getting up there.
Finally getting the right distance. She had been playing it safe a little bit to the right, so she attacked it this time. I'm just throwing a rock, a stable rock, kind of right at it, letting it hyzer back.
That's a beautiful toss.
Ashley getting some good distance on it, wanting it to hyzer back.
You're up. Yep.
Yeah, this is one of those where you just don't want to leave it short and go OB because you're throwing
Better
from
than
the
the first one,
shoreline
Jen.
back across.
And then Andrea opts for the safe plate, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. She almost threw in the birdie yesterday. Definitely just going for a par. And doesn't get the hyzer. We're getting kind of some shifty winds now.
Does she cross? She crossed in bounds though, so she
Yeah.
gets to go from there.
Crossed and slid out. That OB comes into play really quickly. Ashley taking the smart layup on the elevated basket in the rain. And I think when you've had good weather all week and it starts raining, like we were playing slow anyways.
Yeah, there's some
And
backups.
now it's just like, well, I mean, slow as in like our game. We really weren't getting a lot of things going, I don't think. We didn't get in a good rhythm. And so now the rain started and it's like, ugh. Kind of the never ending round.
I think I'm a little further, but I don't think it matters. Throw it
Ohn and Jen fighting over who gets
Owen
to putt
asking
first.
me, and I'm like, girl, I never know the distance. That's why I use a rangefinder from everywhere.
That's why I use a rangefinder on the
Yeah,
back.
see?
But like,
Like, I cannot tell you who's further. I
obviously don't know.
mess it up every time.
You guys are fine if you just stand still. Okay.
Again, a lot of walkers always at the course, so that makes it tough on some of these.
Nope.
And then you tell yourself, don't worry about them, and then you lose focus.
Yeah, I just rush
And
it a bit.
That's
and
what happens when you lose focus. So those left side chains, it won't stick. I'm gonna tap in the par. One that definitely burns for days, actually, kind of days.
Yeah, that was such a nice drive. But that's okay. It was a really elevated basket.
Yeah.
And you had heads right behind the chains.
So unfortunately, we had to sit and think about it because we have a pretty good backup on hole 13.
Yep, hole 13 is a par 4 and it's 405 feet. It's got a fun water carry off of the tee pad, and then you approach the basket and there's water directly behind the basket too, so lots of water on this hole.
Yeah, lots of water, lots of OB. And we probably sat here for 20 minutes or more, so now we're kind of wet and cold. But Ohn gets that forehand right at the sweet spot. I was very nervous about this tee. They paint the tees out here for some reason, and so the green paint is definitely slick in the rain. Kaiser stays safe.
Yeah, it looked like it landed in a perfect spot.
Ashley opting for the safe dirt.
Okay, so that's lucky because that tree kind of guards the safe land.
Yeah, and it used to be huge, it's kind of dying out, so it's lost a lot of branches. That tree used to talk me out of doing the hyzer route, but since it's gotten a lot skinnier, it's an easy play over there. She got lucky for sure. Now the trees in the middle are making this hole a little harder than that one. So this approach, very risky, very nerve-wracking. Andrea does a great job playing it to the side versus leaving it short or long.
It's hard to get yourself to throw to the basket from that like 200-foot distance on this hole because the water comes up so close.
Ohn scoots it up there nicely. Going with the safe jump putt, not trying to attack it at all.
Ashley giving it a gentle bid.
Yeah, she got the height, but didn't really have the forward progress, which was going to keep her out of the water if she missed, so that was good.
At home we call those cheeky bids.
Oh, nice. I like that. Andrea probably does not like that. It was just a hair short. Wonder if she was thinking she should have took off the jacket. That's my struggles. Like when it starts kind of raining, or like, okay, well, I want to wear it when I'm walking, but do I want to take it off every 5 seconds? So with the little drizzles, it's like that mental battle of, do I putt with or without this jacket? Ohn keeps it on, gets a good birdie. Andrea's gonna tap in that bogey, and jacket stays on. I'm gonna tap in
A birdie, yeah,
that
you
birdie.
got a birdie.
Yeah.
So you and Ohn both with a birdie. As well as Andrea.
Nice. I thought so. Okay.
Hole number 14, it is a par 5 and it's 605 feet long.
605 feet with 4 Mandos we're navigating through here. OB on the left side, protecting us from hole 6. Sidewalk on the right. And then brought in the OB directly behind the basket, a little closer, kind of circle 1 edge this year. Ohn playing it risky, getting that low burner again. She cuts rolls, gets a good skip, and perfect spot.
That's a good result.
Yep.
So yeah, you're opting for the dirt as well. But
Dirt, but I need enough run up that my last step has to be on the sidewalk. And so I was pushing off the sidewalk and slipping. So trying to get the timing right off of that was kind of difficult.
that trickles into the center of the fairway and it looks great.
Andrea leaves it low. She's going to get that cut roll. So that's what you have to watch. If you put them too low, now she's back in bounds. And she did not pass the Mando. So I think this should be safe. But angles out here are super important.
Great rip there, Andrea.
Yeah, great rip, Andrea.
Ashley with extra commentary. Thank you, Ashley. Ashley's so fun to play with. She's like one of the most positive people around.
She was the sunshine on the day, I would say.
Unfortunately, that flipped over on her. She was trying to get the hyzer, and it just flipped and went straight into the water over there on the right side. Andrea just going with a nice safe hyzer. She had unfortunately left it a little wide to the left yesterday, missed that Mando. So she's playing a little safer today. She's going to be on the right side, but no Mando miss. Ohn being aggressive, trying to get that skip to the left. And it just scoots forward on her. So getting a little bit different ground play now that it's raining.
And unfortunately, Ashley missed the Mando there, so she's going to be going from the drop zone.
A little further than I wanted to throw the putter, so going came in again, and I have to kind of play it wide. Trying to get that albatross bid like yesterday, but I knew that disc was a little too far distant for what I was really needing. So leaving me a little long. Ashley trying to get a skip towards the basket. She's probably about 18 feet. Tyler having to keep clearing the screen there with this rain. Hard to see those. Andrea makes it right there in front of the tree. I thought Ohn was going to make that. It had been like a couple holes since she hit a big circle 2. So I just was ready to hear it bounce off the pole.
Oh, that was really close as well there.
Tried to give it the soft bid and just let it kind of fall down since we have a normal size basket. And it just, hitting rim so close all weekend. It was kind of getting frustrating.
Fantastic putt by Andrea. Yeah, another eagle putt for you that turned into a birdie. So not the end of the world, but still, you know, eagles are fun. Ohn also with a birdie. Ash with a double after missing the Mando. And I think 2 OB, or 1 missed Mando, 1 OB.
I saw it.
Right, moving on to hole 15. It is a par 4 and it's 450 feet.
Yep, so you see the 2 Mando eucalyptus trees there on the left side, as well as the sidewalk, which is OB. OB is the fence on the right, but very rarely comes into play unless it gets really windy. So just trying to get a nice big hyzer out and around that
chocolate
tree,
rainbow.
which I always seem to snag right there, that last tree. Andrea went a little more turn, but that's fine.
Stop that better.
Gonna hyzer up the hill a little more than she had been. That roll helps.
Roll down is good.
She gets over there in a nice spot for the lefty that's going to give her a straight shot towards the basket. So big dog leg left hole here.
Hand would bite you.
Come on, hit something and
Come
drop.
out. Okay.
Good bounce.
I thought the
Calling the bank shot off the fence.
It did not. No, no. At all.
Oh no. Too low.
And
I think that just kind of went straight down into the ground in front. She tried to get a big skip and didn't get the skip, kind of dug it nose angle into the ground a little bit, so she didn't get the skip. Ashley gets caught up a little high. She's going to drop down in front as well, that last eucalyptus tree. So I think the slope of the hill got Ashley on hers. Andrea was very concerned. This gentleman was in her line, and she did not want to hit him because he wasn't a golfer. So, you know, when you have walkers and you yell 4, like that's scary because they don't know what 4 means. So I think that got in Andrea's head, unfortunately, a little bit as well. So all of us kind of losing focus. I think it's been a long weekend. Weather's not the best. Ashley corrects and puts that one nice and close. Going with the Yeti forehand, and these are brand new. I really thought they just typically dump to the left, so I thought that was going to be perfect speed and distance, and
That should have dumped
just
way
did
harder.
not hyzer for me like I wanted it to. Ohn giving the little soft toss over towards the basket. You
Yeah,
don't see her do that as much, the turnover.
no, it's that tree on the right that forced you to do the forehand and Ohn to do the turnover, but it's kind of well placed.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic
Great
putt.
putt.
Okay.
That feels good after missing a few. I don't think she expected to make that. She's
Those are the best.
definitely, yeah, definitely gonna take it. And after not doing a straddle forever, I have to straddle around that tree. Definitely disappointed on how I'm finishing this tournament, but first one of the year.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bob.
That's why we play them, kind of shake off the dust and the cobwebs.
Yeah, the tee shots have been looking great, so.
Actually doing the nice little putt in for the par.
Thank you all.
I think it's that local golfer frustration. Practice, these are always in the basket. So when you play your local course, it's always so frustrating not to do your best.
Well, it definitely adds some pressure.
Yeah, thank you, Dietrich, Course Design, for sponsoring this event. Here we are, hole number 16.
Yeah, hole number 16, it is a tricky par 3, and it's 380 feet.
Yep, gotta watch the slope of the fairway, which turns into our green basket, elevated right up there on the top of that slope. OB to the right, as well as it plays down the sidewalk on the left side. Ohn getting good height. Her discs are stable enough. We know that's going to come back. So great drive for Ohn. This new little turf tee pad they put in had really been getting me on where I wanted to approach. So I've messed up the tee shot all week long. Finally got it where I wanted to go. And safely up there outside in circle 2.
That looked great.
Andrea just trying to play out there to the open. 2-shot hole. Yep, so she gets a little high, but it's going to hyzer over there fine. The approach is maybe a little more difficult than the tee shot on this because you really have to watch the speed and the angle. Ashley's going to get caught up on that last pine tree there on the left. And then once you get up there, you have to fully commit to this putt because whether you're down below it, up above it, I try not to land below it because I'm so short. Andrea gets a little roll towards the sidewalk, but that's going to be safe. I'm going with the smart slide up to the basket.
Yeah, the green is pretty steep, so it's a scary one. You have to land your discus right.
Yeah. And putting up at the basket here, you don't want to hit any part of metal, hole or the basket. So you see us kind of trying to land to the side there. For that reason, I kind of lay this just a little short, and then I remembered I'm really short, and that was stupid. Because I can barely reach up to the basket on that side, so need to remind myself just put it a little long, but my main thing was just do not hit the pole, because it will roll right down, back across that sidewalk, Obi.
Dunking it.
Yeah, but you also don't
Oh
want
my
to
gosh.
flip it, you know what I mean? I was like, this isn't even going to be a turbo. Do I flip this?
I'm like, I don't do that very often.
It's so slick, too. I about bit it.
You know what I mean? I was like, it felt like
I would have probably just stayed down, just laid down and be like, okay, we're done. One of those never-ending rounds, it felt like.
it hit the chain. Like, it hit the chain from
So Andrea, unfortunately, with the bogey, and I believe the rest of us tapped in our pars.
Moving on to hole number 17. It is an island hole. It's a par 3, and it's 243 feet away.
Yep, so don't have to worry about the sidewalks or anything else. You just have to worry about making it on the island. This sets up well for our forehand and lefty throwers. The slope of the hill. Ohn leaves that a little short. She's going to land just outside
Not even close.
of the island.
It was close, but
Going with a con, just trying to get it nice, straight, and soft. I have to really kind of try not to throw it too hard on this.
Bert.
yeah, I can easily scoot OB onto those rocks.
Yeah, the ground play throwing it flat, it will scoot forever. This has set up perfect for Andrea all week long.
Hold the line. Get in the hole. Get in the hole.
And we all thought that was way further than it was. It did drop totally fine, but we thought it was part. Ashley going with her go-to little forehand toss.
Come back. Pass.
And stays. That's,
Fix the island.
I think because it's muddy. Like typically you get a roll there for sure back down to the little cardboard signs. Boom. There you go. Ohn's not done yet. From the drop zone. Total death putt. Total death putt.
Yeah, that one would have been gone.
Oh, for sure.
But she knows.
Yep. No fear. I believe Andrea got this hole all 3 rounds, so super fun lefty hole for her. Good distance. And this really isn't too scary of a putt. I'm rolling. I mean, the only thing you don't want to do is hit it low and let it roll back toward you. But going uphill is definitely less scary than going downhill. I think at this point it's just fatigue. You can see Ashley and I both just kind of had checked out a little too early.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved to make the island and then
Or just checked out for the round. It's been, 3 long rounds out here. So we're going to tap in our pars and move on to the last hole. Big shout out to Terry Miller. Thank you so much for always coming out and giving the FPO some coverage. Here we are, hole 18, 330-foot par 3, new tee shot, and a very slick tee pad. We were all trying to decide what we wanted to do with this muddy tee. the lines painted were at the edge, so we did not have an extra room. And we know the rules.
Very slow on
The
that
3 meter thing, we stepped it off and we thought that 3 meters would have put us at the back of the tee. So we decided just to play it as it lies,
Nice. Come on, come
going
on.
with my
Under the
rock,
basket.
trying to slide it up there. I went long OB the day before, so I threw it just a hair softer.
Yeah, that scooted right up there. That's a hard shot to do.
Ashley going with the towel, with not trying to slide in the mud. And that's one of those things, unless you practice it, I think this would mess me up more, trying to land my foot on the towel. I think what got Ashley more than anything was her angle on the tee. So kind of tried to talk to her a little bit about that. And something I always try to help new players with is if you're throwing a hyzer, you want to approach that tee shot from left to right. And Ashley went right, left, right, and I think that got her line off. But she puts the disc right up to the basket from the drop zone. I'm gonna lay it up. She had went long OB the day before.
I learned better.
Andrea pitching up as well. A 3 on this new 18 is a great shot. We tried to tell Ohn to stop, but we also did not want to mess her up. So Andrea and I wanted to tap out and let Ohn get this tap in for the victory.
On you jumped us.
She was in the zone.
Yeah, she was just
She was ready to
doing
finish
business.
it. Yep.
We were behind you going, wait.
It's okay.
And a great birdie to finish the round there.
Yeah, left a few out there. Should have gave Ohn a little bit more of a battle, but
Your champion, ladies and gentlemen, Ohn Scoggins!
Andrea with doing the job of announcing, and she killed it with that. Ohn with an awesome victory coming down and taking the first big A tier of the year. Thank you to Spinners on the Green.
I'm the Disc Golf Guy, and that was my video blog. I'm here with our champion, Ohn Scoggins. Ohn, last year we saw you struggling on the course just with pain, not with your scores or your putting, but with pain. Here, first tournament of 2024, you win it by 2. Congrats. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling okay, like I'm okay. I'm happy with my arm. At least like 70% coming back and still 30% left there. But overall, I'm really happy. And Jen was playing so good, and it's just only 2 strokes. I was like cannot even breathe the whole round. So.
So a little bit stressful out there, but ultimately you were able to take it down. How do you feel about playing this course? Do you like how it's set up? Does it play to your game, or was it the putter? What was working for you this weekend?
I think a little bit overall was like working pretty well with my driving and my putting also. But the course was always amazing here and nice and clean. But some of the hole I'm kind of struggling because it's quite long drive. But I work it out here and there, it's not, some of them I cannot birdie, but at least I got par. So always never disappoint me, these scores, the people were very nice, and then the people I play with were so challenging. So.
1 for 1. You played 1 tournament in 2024. You've already got the victory. Where are we going to see you next?
It's going to be All-Star weekend, and then after that it's going to be like Florida Open Pro Tour. So you guys going to see us out there and keep the eye on. It's going to be fun, especially All-Star weekend. I would love my team to win. We'll see. Keep the eye on.
Wait a minute. You're going to have fun?
Yes.
Do we have to like twist your arm to do that?
I don't know.
Let's
Yep.
keep that arm on the mend, everyone. Ohn Scoggins, your champion here at our 2024 Shelly Sharpe Memorial, presented by Spinners on the Green. We'll catch you guys at the next one.
There you have it. Ohn taking down the victory at 22 under. Myself finishing at 20. Emily Yell jumping back up to 3rd place at 2 over. Ashley dropping to 4th at 10 over. And Andrea, Chesley Howell, Hannah Stavanovich, and Anna Marie finishing out the leaderboard. Thank you so much for joining.